Hello everyone, I'm here today with my bells on. This is a brand new thrift store find. And I have been absent for a while. I can't find my microphone and the lighting isn't the greatest, but if you could bear with me, I'd like to share some of the things I've been working on recently, and I've got the urge to knit all of a sudden. I mean, it's not been all of a sudden, but it went from like doing a little bit here and there to like I want to knit everything. And I have a rare moment to myself, and it might not last very long, so this might be a short video, but I wanted to talk a little bit about Christmas knitting and some of the various knits I've been working on. But I also wanted to share, I have been just not blown away, but it's always surprising. I get these notifications that somebody has downloaded one of my patterns, and it's almost always this one. And I just wanted to stop and say thank you to everyone who has purchased this pattern recently. This is my Golden Cosmos cowl, and it's got Latvian braids on bordering it. It's a flower motif all around, all over, and this is what is my best-selling pattern. I haven't done much for pattern writing this past year. I've got one pattern that I've been like meaning to get to, but it's just not been happening. And anyways, these little notifications just brighten my day so much. And you know, I'm not by any means, it's not even a side hustle. It's like enough to maybe buy myself a nice yarn or take my kid out to a nice lunch or something. I'm not rolling in any money by any means, but it's just nice to have that, and I'm so thankful. And I just wanted to mention that it's a beautiful pattern, if I'm allowed to say that. It comes in 3 sizes, and it's a really quick one for the holidays if you need something to work up quickly. And I think just about, well, I don't know how to say that, but there are, I think, a wide range of ages and people who would enjoy receiving this as a gift. There's 3 sizes, so you can make the smallest for a younger person or a teenager, tween, and you can make this really large oversized one like I have here. This is the largest size. So I kind of want to make a Shetland version of this in my own with my own Shetland sheep's wool. And if I have time, I'll do a little update, like life update, sheep update. We've had a lot of changes, and some awful things happen. So I might share that at the end. So yeah, just thank you to everyone who's been supporting me and buying my patterns, and really appreciate it. So I'm going to start. A lot of things I have are for my kiddo, which I hope you guys don't mind, because I love to knit for my son, and he just turned 4 recently. He loves getting, you know, these handmade things for mommy, and I love making them for him. So this is a hand spun sweater that I finished 2 months ago, something like that. It is a mixture of 3 different wools. One was a lamb ram wether that we had that it's a very awful story. That's having sheep seems really romantic, but it's very hard, and there are just things that happen, and they're very rough days. And you know, we got these 2 wethers with my current dairy sheep when we bought them, and they were never very healthy, and turns out they were not properly castrated. I had to, one of them died, came to me very sickly, and just woke up one morning and he died. The other one, we found a new home for him, and we were just going to make sure he was properly castrated, because the former farmer did not do, it was a young person we got him from, and he didn't do it properly. And so I didn't realize that he really was too sickly. He wasn't healthy enough to withstand the surgery. So we had him properly castrated so we could send him to this sort of retirement home sheep farm, and he died. And I saved his wool because I felt like I wanted to sort of honor the life in that way. And so I spun it up and I dyed it. So there are, 3 different wools that I kind of worked in stripes. You can kind of see the striping. You can obviously see this pale blue, which was some cordell that I've had for a very long time. And I bought that as my first Rhinebeck. I bought a fleece and it was huge. And I have an old drum carding video where I showed how I drum carded it. So that's the pale blue. And then I've got these other 2. One is that lamb weather that passed away is in here. So I just striped it all so that it didn't pull or, you know, have like the top one shade and the bottom another shade. And it's just a simple little raglan sweater, and then it's kind of got an interesting neckline. I was following a pattern, and I think there's an error in the instructions for the neckline, and I just rolled with it. I kind of did my own thing to make it work instead of ripping it all out, and then it's kind of just got this folded over, almost Henley-ish neckline, which works really nicely because it opens really wide. For little kids' heads can be really big, so especially my kid. So yeah, before I forget, I also have a hat that I just finished. I think the yarn is in here. I have some leftover from that sweater, hand spun leftovers. I've got, this is kind of my ongoing projects basket with a bunch of stuff in it. Oh, from that same dye pot, I dyed so many things. So I used that cordell to kind of absorb the leftover acid dyes that weren't being absorbed by the other yarns. So I stuffed some sort of, you call it like batlings. Like I ripped the bat into chunks and I just tossed those in the water and they absorbed the white, you know, just absorbed the remnants, and it came out this pale icy blue. But this was also a yarn that I had thrown in at that time. I was doing just like throwing in whatever I had. And this is some old hand spun 3-ply fingering weight sock yarn that I made. And it was, you know, a white color, and I don't remember when I spun it. It was certainly before my son was born, because I can't imagine doing a 3-ply fingering weight right now. It's a lot of work. But I thought maybe if I dyed it, I would be more likely to use it. And it's very pretty. But yeah, it's not at the top of my list. So I've got some new yarn in here, and I've got an old project in here. Oh, it's not in here. Okay. Well, I was going to show the hand spun yarn that I used to make my son's newest hat, and I'm just going to have to insert a picture. Look, this is Tux. He came to join us. And I can't believe how old he is, by the way. Just got, I think he's 9 now, and it is just, I don't understand where the time goes. So I want to share a picture of his hat because he's wearing it right now. He's out with my husband, and it might snow today. I don't think it's going to stick, but it might snow today. So he's wearing it. It's got little ear flaps. It's got a flower design that he picked out. It is kind of from the Selbu Patterns book. It's the black and white one. They also have a mitten version. And I had to modify it heavily because their children's sizes didn't even include a size that would fit my son. and I measured his head, and according to them, his head is an adult size. So I don't know what's going on with that, but I redid the cast on numbers. I recharted the pattern. I used, I think, one of the adult patterns, the flower on it was from one of their adult patterns instead. And then I also had to rechart it. I created my own chart online to make it a lot more elongated, because the original pattern, even with the adult size, was going to be a little too shallow and not go all the way up his crown. So I had to almost redesign the whole pattern. And it is hand spun. It's all Corriedale from that Rhinebeck fleece I got. I think that was 2017, 18, something like that. And then I dyed some of it blue, because if you haven't noticed already, there's going to be a blue theme. My son wants everything blue. So yeah, I just wanted to share that. Okay, I have a new project, and I have an old project in my bag here. So I might just show this old project first. I found this in a random tote bag. I couldn't remember where I had put it. So I have this old sock yarn I bought years ago. I might have even bought it for myself years ago. And last year I cast on for a banana sock for my son. If you haven't seen these banana socks, they just kind of curl. And there's no heel flap. There's no heel construction. You know, the curve of the sock is created by using knits and purls in a special way. And you guys can just look up banana socks and look up different patterns. I think I had to kind of figure out my own thing. I did stockinette for the toe, and then I just did the banana pattern for as long as I felt it needed. And then I did a little bit of stockinette and then the cuff. And so now I just need to make another one. And if I get these done soon, I'll probably just give them to him now instead of saving everything for Christmas, because it is getting cold and he doesn't have any wool socks that fit anymore. Which is why you might want to knit a banana sock, because traditional sock patterns for kids, they can grow out of it really quickly. And this, I made it extra long. So right now it's going to have a lot of room on the leg, but as his foot grows, it'll become a little shorter sock. But the idea is that it should fit for longer, hopefully. So yeah, that is one. And then I have recently finished a new pair of socks that I just bought some new yarn for. I've got a mess going on in this bag. Oh, I had my knitting needle break, and I had to go buy a new knitting needle. So I was shopping in, I think it was up in the Burlington, Vermont area. There's a yarn shop, and it's actually in Shelburne, I think, called Must Love Yarn. And I stopped in, and I have been so excited for Christmas this year. So I couldn't say no to this. And I purchased this thinking I might do a mommy and me sock, but I don't know. We'll see. I might end up just making them for him. So I finished a pair already, and these are heel flap and gusset. I did a garter stitch heel flap, so they were really fast. And I think I just found a free pattern for kids, and then I kind of made it my own. I think I'm just not capable of following a pattern anymore. So they're really cute. They are a little bit big on him right now, which was the idea, because I could put a pair of cotton socks underneath and then these wool socks over top, and he'll have room to grow into them. And I'm wanting to do an advent for my son this year. Yeah, I brought my list. Okay, this is just gonna be like go with the flow, random. I don't have a plan. I'm just kind of winging it. So I'm going to talk about whatever my brain thinks about. I would say that my son has sparked, you know, the joy of Christmas again. And I've just been so excited to plan some fun things. So I want to do some sort of daily Advent. And there's all different kinds of things you could do. You could buy those chocolate things and just open a chocolate every day. I don't think that's the greatest for his teeth, so I'm not doing that. I thought about doing a little craft every day, and we'll definitely do some crafts, but I don't know if I want to just do a craft every day. And so I saw this idea where and I think multiple people have done this. You make a paper chain, and then they get to rip off a piece of the paper chain every day. And on the paper chain, it says something that you're going to do that day. And I was thinking about it. You could also do it in reverse. So maybe you don't know, you know, I'm on this day, I'm going to do this, and on that day, I'm going to do that. But then things come up. So if you just have a list of 24 ideas that you want to do, then you can pick and choose as you need. So one day you do a real simple thing, and one day you have a big outing with your family or whatever. That's kind of my idea. And so one day is going to be go cut down our Christmas tree at a Christmas tree farm. And it might end up happening very early in December this year because my son is just so excited. One day is to put lights on the tree. So these are things we're going to do anyway, right? But it's just like making it a part of the season, you know, like, so one of the days we're going to get a tree, and another day is going to be to put lights on the tree. And then, thrifting. I found a gingerbread wall hanging kit. I don't have it with me, but it's just a little wall hanging kit, and it has like little felt things that you sew together, and then a little rod. I think it's quite small, and I got it for $2 at the thrift store. It looks like it's 10 years old, but my son doesn't know or care, and it's cute. And so that's something we could do together one day, is sew this little gingerbread wall hanging. Ice lanterns. Oh my God. So I saw this, I'm always looking for ideas. I'm homeschooling my son. This is why I never have free time because I'm always with my son all the time. And this is our calendar we've been working on all year. There's only one missing for December. So almost every day, ideally every day, we write the date and we talk about days of the week and all that kind of stuff. And sing songs and whatever. But I'm always looking for ideas because we need things to do. And there was this homeschool website. It's an old one with some free ideas on it. And they talked about making these roll up beeswax candles. It's like a sheet of beeswax, and you roll it up. It has wick in the middle, and then voila, you have a candle, which for a little kid is really great, right? Not having to melt and pour and all that. So I was thinking about doing that, and there was a website linked, and it looks like it's Waldorf. That's a style of education. It's really heavily focused on the arts. Website for families, and I don't remember what it's called, but they had all these kits and ideas, and one of them was to make ice lanterns. And you can make these, you can buy this thing to make it, or you can kind of do it yourself with balloons. And so you can like fill a balloon with water, and you set it outside or maybe if you have a big freezer. You know, it's cold enough at night right now that I could set it outside, but here in Vermont. But you can look it up on YouTube, how to make ice lanterns. If you have kids, or you just are an adult and you think that's fun, I kind of want to make them to line the driveway. So it's like this ice globe, and then you can put I'll probably get some battery operated lights. And we have a long driveway, and I kind of want to make like a Christmas lights, but they're ice globes all down the driveway. I don't know that that'll actually happen. I'm a little bit overly ambitious sometimes, Okay, so one idea is to see a light show. The other one is to make the beeswax candles, and on and on and on. So just kind of fun things. One day might be like, you know, make a popsicle reindeer. I think I did that as a little kid. Just little popsicle sticks glued together, and you put a little red nose on it, and you make Rudolph, maybe add some little antlers with pipe cleaners, you know, and that take 10 minutes. So these things can be really short and sweet. And like I said, some of them are things that we're gonna do regardless. So I'm very excited about it. And I might give him, I kind of want to do this because he's still learning about the season, and he's learning about, you know, like traditions and things. And I kind of want to start making our own traditions. And one of them might be, you know, to do this sort of Advent. So I might be giving him like a Christmas book and the socks, and maybe like the first day have a little craft or something in a little basket. And so that'll be the first day of our Advent, and we'll do 24 days leading up to Christmas. So that's kind of what I'm thinking about. And I've got a bunch more yarn, and I found some old red sock yarn that I could use with it. And I've had this in stash for years, so I can either make him a few more pairs, or I could possibly use some of it for myself and use this as the, you know, the cuff, maybe the heel and the toes or whatever. So that's been really fun, and those worked up really fast. I really enjoyed making them. So the next thing that I have is another hat, and I want to start by showing you the old version of this hat. So this is a baby bear balaclava, and I have the pattern right here, so I can show you baby bear balaclava. Knitting for Olive is the designer, and it's a fantastic pattern. This is the third in her baby bear line, no, fourth. I made 2 baby hats, not balaclavas, but hats. His very first hat, handmade hat, other than like the knitted, when they give babies when they're born, here in the US. Other than that one, my bangs need a trim. The first hat that he wore was a baby bear hat by Knitting for Olive, and it was a hand spun superfine Shetland brown hat, so it looked like a little bear. All the nurses loved it. And then later I made him a gray one out of Cordell, I think. But as he got older, I made him this one, and he wore this for 3 winters. So when he was 1-year-old, when he was 2-year-old, and when he was 3 years old. And I think it just stretched out with time, because when I first made it, it was real tight. But I think, you know, it's not, I haven't tried it on him, but it's probably gonna be too snug if it does fit. So I decided I wanted to make him another one, and there's 2 options. I might be making this one this time. So it's gonna go down around the neck. We'll see. I actually haven't checked to make sure I have enough yarn for that version, so I just assumed. I've got this Holst super soft yarn, and this is in the color Nougat, and I bought this quite a while ago. And then just recently I took him to the yarn shop with me, and I let him pick out a color that he wanted. They did not have like a true blue. He would probably have picked out something more like this. This is kind of a denim-ish color, but he picked this one out. First he picked this vibrant lime green color, and then I was like, are you sure? Because I know that he loves blue. And so I was like, look, there's blue. And then I asked him if he wanted the green or the blue, and he picked this one. So I've got some work on a new baby bear balaclava, and it's come out a lot better than I thought. I don't know. I just wanted I wanted more of this blue, cobalt blue for him, because that tends to be like, if he has a choice, what he picks. But this is coming out very cute, and I'm telling him it's his little bear hat, because he loves little bear. Well, I didn't tell him it's his little bear hat. I said it's a little bear hat. So I don't know. It might be a Christmas present unless I feel like he needs it sooner. He does have 2 other hats that fit, so I probably will save it for Christmas. And I'm super excited. So I've got the little stitch markers for the ears. So you do the little ears. And this is just the most fascinating construction. I think the designer is a genius. So there's that. And I think that's really the majority of what I have to show. I did show this a while ago, like last year maybe. This is my own design for him. I said I had no intentions of publishing it. And it's just been really slow going. I did finish a sleeve. All I need to do is finish another sleeve. I'm now worried because I started this over a year ago. It's really not going to fit him for much longer. It's width-wise and the arms are fine, but the length of it is probably going to be the first thing that doesn't fit, because he's a string bean, but he's getting lanky. So yeah, that's kind of it. I have some other old projects in here. I did one day randomly pull out my old drop spindle to play with. It'll focus on it. But can I tell you this guy's story? I'm going to this new doctor, and she's a naturopath, and it's been a much better experience for me. And I brought my Turkish spindle just to have something to play with. And she commented, she's like, oh, I thought it was a fidget spinner for a minute. And I laughed. And then I thought about it. I'm like, it is the original fidget spinner. It's a fidget spinner with a purpose. You know, so a Turkish spindle is, there's little cross, little wood pieces that cross like this. And then it has a shaft in the middle. It's just another kind of spindle to spin yarn on. And I just thought that was too funny. But okay, that's it for today. I don't know if I'll be back on soon. Like I said, it's really hard for me to get time for myself. And I hope the editing and the sound is okay for you all. I could not find my microphone today, and I just don't have time to search high and low for it. Everything gets moved. Inevitably, he gets taller, and then more things have to get relocated. And now I know where absolutely nothing is. So that's it for today. If you're in the US, happy Thanksgiving. That's coming up real quick. And maybe I can come back on closer to Christmas and do another Christmas edition and share. I'll see you guys. Bye. Oh! I have to show you this. My son made this for me. It makes no sense. It's just random letters. There's no rhyme or reason to it. And whatever colors. But he has been obsessed with making these little pipe cleaner bracelets. And it's actually been so great because I can give him the supplies and he'll just sit there for an hour and be so happy to work on making little beads and necklaces and bracelets. And I think Santa is definitely going to be bringing him some more some more bracelet making supplies. So I'll see you guys. Bye.